Hello and welcome. You're listening to the It's All in the Cards podcast, a horror fiction podcast where all questions are welcome, but you may not like the answers. Some material may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Golden sunshine streams through the window of the store as I stock fresh copies of the latest Grady Hendrix novel, building an end cap display that will entice customers. The scent of warm coffee wafts towards me from where it is brewing in the pot, and I hear someone behind me pouring themselves a cup.
Jade, would you like some coffee, or are you jittered out this morning?
My chest is full to bursting with happiness, and I can't stop the grin that takes over my face as I turn around. My mother stands by the counter, coffee pot in hand, waiting for my response with a soft smile. She's wearing a long, flowy skirt with small flowers printed on it, her hair loosely cascading over her shoulders in gentle waves. She looks happy and healthy, and, best of all, alive. I would love a cup. She lifts the pot in recognition and turns back to the counter, pulling my favorite ceramic cup from the shelf, the deep blue one with gold stars dancing across it. She hums again as she fills it up, adding a splash of creamer because she knows I like it. When she turns to bring my coffee to me, I meet her in the middle of the store, wrapping my hand around the warm mug.
Here you go, baby girl.
Thanks, Mom. Any plans for today? Her dark eyes roll to the ceiling as she thinks.
We've got a shipment coming in this morning. I had to put a rush on it to get the book club's next read in time for them to all buy it here. I let them know we would have it, though, so I expect to see most of them coming in soon to pick it up.
Very exciting.
The life of a bookseller.
She drops a kiss to my temple as she walks past me, leaving the scent of lavender and honey in her wake. I turn my head to watch as she heads towards the reading room. The light in the store shifts as she moves further away, the buttery sunshine that had been streaming in through the windows suddenly hidden behind dark clouds, and something deep inside me drops. Where are you going?
I just need to grab something from back here. I'll be right out.
She slips between the vervain leaves, and I watch them wither and blacken, leaving the crispy remains to hang in the doorway. A few leaves drop to the floor, and my heart thuds in my chest at the sight. Mom, wait! The cup falls from my hand as I try to follow her, splattering hot coffee over my legs and feet, but I don't feel any of it. I can't feel anything but the dread that spreads through my chest and down my arms and legs, eating away at the happiness that had filled me just moments before. Something's wrong. Don't go back there. Don't go. I startle out of the dream, unable to move right away as I crawl out of the dream. My heart is still racing when I can finally move, and I smack at my phone until the alarm turns off, drowning the room in blessed silence. Goddess, what even was that? Mom? I reach out to see if she's in control, needing the comfort of her voice after that dream.
Mommy's not here, dearest. At least not the mother you want.
Fuck. I thought it might be a long shot, but I had to try. She doesn't seem to be able to stay in control for long periods, and we spent quite a bit of time together last night going over her notebook. It had been nice, reading her words and getting more context directly from her. I knew I was kind of a little shit in high school, but I didn't realize that other people had come to talk to Mom about me. She told me about how Maureen warned her that I would end up pregnant or addicted before I turned 18 if she didn't knock me down a few pegs, and I couldn't help but laugh. Joke's on Maureen. I turned out way worse than she expected. We still had a few more pages to get through, but it had gotten so late by that point that if I didn't go to bed right then, it wouldn't be worth it to try to sleep at all. Besides, there will be time to finish her notebook later. That's probably what prompted the dream, me reminiscing with Mom, talking about some of the harder times, having her reassure me that she loved me through it all.
Were you looking for some advice? A little guidance on how to run your store more successfully? Even in your dreams, your mother does it better than you.
Go back to hell, bitch.
Sometimes it feels like I'm already there, being trapped in your head.
Good.
Oh Cards, Season 4, Episode 9. Choices.
What the hell? Sam usually has the place opened and coffee ready by now. She did say the other day that she wasn't going to open every time, though. I guess this is her following through. She probably stayed up too late last night reading whatever old book she's into currently. I can't imagine she would be out around town this early. The store feels cold and empty when I walk in, and I can tell immediately that Sam isn't here. I set my bag behind the counter and walk to the back room just to make sure. But her bed is empty, the lights off. Nobody home. I drop her a quick text, trying not to worry. She could be with Roz, or Hannah and Justice, or some guy she never told me about. There were hundreds of logical reasons why she wouldn't be in the store on time. I shake my head as I start the regular opening duties, the process awkward and unfamiliar now. I guess Sam has a point. We could switch off on opening and closing duties, make it easier for everyone. I try to focus on the tasks at hand, but the foreboding feelings I woke up with still linger. Logically, I know it was just a dream, but the way the happiness of being in the store with my mother melted so easily into fear was making me feel irrational. Sam would be back soon.
Will she? Maybe one of my followers got to her, took her to their basement, cut off little pieces of her until there was nothing left.
You need to shut the fuck up before I make you.
And pray tell, how would you do that?
I bite my tongue, caught. If I had a way to silence her, I would have used it by now, and she damn well knows it. The regular customers begin to shuffle in, and I do my best to put on a happy face for them. Every time the bells over the door jingle, though, my heart leaps into my throat, falling back to my stomach when it isn't Sam. I force myself to not stare at my phone, watching for a text from her that still hasn't come. I'm wiping down the counter by the coffee pots when I hear the bells again, followed by a panting that I recognize. Relief rushes through my veins. I spin around to see Sam running through the door, cheeks flushed pink with exertion and cold. Sam! I take a step towards her, fighting the urge to pull her into a hug. Where have you been? I had to open the store and manage all of the regulars without you, and we have a shipment. No, wait, that was the dream. There's no shipment this morning. If Sam notices my mistake, she doesn't say anything. She just runs over to me, a huge smile painted across her face.
Jade? I'm sorry I was late, but I was at Aunt Roz's, and we were working on something really late, so I ended up staying the night there, and my phone died, so I didn't wake up in time, but you'll never guess what we did.
Gave me a panic attack?
No, not even close.
She puts her hands on my shoulders, steadying me.
Jade, we figured it out.
I study her face, confused. Figured what out?
The buried mother, we figured it out. We know how to get her out of your head.
My breath catches at her words. Could it actually be possible? What, like you can get rid of her?
Yes, it's going to take a little bit of prep, but Aunt Roz is working on that now. When she gives the go-ahead, we can get started and get her out of you forever.
Sam jumps from foot to foot in her excitement, beaming at me, but I can't bring myself to match her. I remember my dream again, my mother disappearing behind the vervain, the dead leaves left behind.
You can't just pick and choose, Jade. When it comes to me, you get all of us, or you get none of us.
I think about last night, about the time I was able to spend with my mother. It was so nice, so comfortable, having her around to talk to. And we still had a few pages left of her notebook. I couldn't imagine not having her with me forever. Not again. Not when I just got her back. A certainty settles over me, and I know the choice I'm about to make. The only choice I could make, given the circumstances. I take a steadying breath, knowing this will be hard for Sam to hear, even harder for her to accept. Thank you, but I have actually decided to leave it be.
Good girl.
Sam stops jumping, her smile slowly sliding off her face. I fight to keep my face stoic, trying not to respond to the buried bitch's praise or Sam's disappointment.
What are you talking about? Didn't you hear me? We can get her out. Your head will be your own again. Isn't that what you want? What we've been working towards this whole time?
I understood you just fine. But I can't ask you and Roz and anyone else you may have wrangled into this to put yourselves on the line. It's too dangerous for everyone involved, and I won't be responsible for that kind of pain. Not again. I've made my peace with it.
Jade, we can make sure no one gets hurt. Aunt Roz and I looked over everything, saw every angle. We can do this. Safely, I might add. With no lobotomies or explosions or Egyptian mummy brain through the nose rituals.
I said no, Sam. I can handle her. She's been around so long now, I know how to deal with her in my head. I try to turn away from her, but Sam's grip on my shoulders tightens, holding me in place.
Now I don't understand. When did you decide this? Why wouldn't you tell me that you're okay with having a dangerous entity in your head forever? Why let me waste my time?
It was recent, and I didn't think I needed to tell you about decisions I make regarding my own body, especially when we thought this whole thing would be impossible to begin with. It's not my fault you're like a dog with a bone. I push her hands off my shoulders and move aside, just out of reach.
But it's not impossible. We figured it out. We can remove her. Why don't you want to do it now?
Sam, I've made up my mind. I'm not going through with it, so drop it.
But you haven't given me a good reason. Because I said so isn't going to fly here. I want the truth. Is it because you've become one of her followers?
I whip my head to look at her, shocked she would even think that of me.
Oh, this is delicious.
Of course not. I've just made peace with my situation and learned to live with it. Why would you think that I've become one of her idiotic followers?
I heard you talking to her, and it wasn't the way you normally do. It was nice. Friendly, like you loved her or at least appreciated her. How else am I supposed to take this knowing that you now want to keep her in your brain? You were ready to physically remove her with a knife. Prepared to end your own life if it meant she would be gone, but now you're just fine with it? What the hell, Jade?
It's complicated, Sam. But it is my business and my decision. I still hate her, but I've accepted the situation. It's not worth the hassle.
Do you mean you're not worth the hassle? Do you still not realize how much you're loved by the people around you?
No, Sam, that's not what this is. This isn't about anyone else but me, and luckily, I'm the one with the choice in the matter. Sam shakes her head slowly.
Not good enough. I need a real reason.
This is the real reason. I'm fine with how things are now, and I don't want to change them.
Why? Why are you fine all of a sudden? What happened?
Nothing.
Don't lie to me, Jade. I know this isn't the truth.
It is. I've made my peace with it.
Lies. Tell me what happened.
Nothing happened.
Tell me the truth.
My mom is in here, too. Sam stares at me, stunned. I watch her bright eyes as she studies my face, searching for the answers she demanded, hunting for another lie. I take a heavy breath. The buried mother isn't just her. She's made up of all the women who have been sacrificed to keep her underground. And since they're all a part of her, when I drank her down, they came along.
So you can talk to your mom in your head?
I nod, unable to look her in the eye any longer. The disappointment that I know is there will only break my heart further. I've missed her for so long that having her back in my life, even if she's only in my head, has been a balm to my soul. I've finally got her back, where I can keep her forever. I can't just give that up now. I'll deal with 1,000 buried bitches in my head if it means I could talk to my mom again. I stay still, my eyes trained on the wooden floors of the shop. Slowly, Sam walks forward and wraps her arms around me. The warmth of that touch has the tears that have been threatening me all morning finally falling.
I'm so sorry you've been dealing with that alone. I get it. I would love to have my mom back, to be able to talk to her about the things I'm going through and get her advice. I know what it's like to feel like you're all alone without your mom.
She pulls back, hands still on my arms, and watches as I wipe my face with my palms. Sam tilts her head a little before continuing.
But Jade, you know it's not sustainable. We don't know what the buried mother is capable of while she's above ground. Leaving her in your head and your body could put you in danger. We can't just leave her there. We have to get her out. You have to say goodbye.
A heated rage fills my chest, and I shove her off of me. You don't understand anything. This isn't your decision, or Roz's, or anyone's. This is my decision, and I'm keeping them. All of them.
But Jade...
And if you don't like it, you can leave.
What?
If you can't accept my decision for what to do with my life, you can leave. Leave the store, leave the room I've been letting you live in. Leave my life entirely for all I care. I don't need you to save me, Sam. I am perfectly fine on my own. My words strike their mark and Sam's face crumples, hurt written across her cheeks. She opens her mouth ready to fight me more, but the look I give her shuts her down completely. With a snap, she closes her mouth and turns to the door, slamming into it with more force than necessary as she leaves.
I think she finally got the message.
Shut up and give me my mom. I don't expect her to acquiesce, but seconds later, my mom's voice is in my head, soothing as a breeze on the water.
Jade, are you really sure about this?
I sigh before walking over to the couch. If I have to argue about this again, I need to be sitting. I'm entirely sure. I just got you back. I'm not going to give you up again. Not when I can keep you here.
Baby girl, you know I love being with you, but I've lived my life. I had my adventures. It's not fair to you to have me tagging along inside your head. There are things that you should be able to keep to yourself, not share with your mother. Especially if it means getting rid of the buried mother. I don't want to put that on you.
That's the thing, Mom. You're not putting it on me. I'm putting it on me. I'm the one making this decision. Why does no one else see that?
We just want what's best for you, Jade. That's all.
I'm not letting you go again. I can deal with the buried bitch. I've been dealing with her all this time. What's a few more years? Besides, we don't even know what kind of plan Sam and Roz have cooked up. It could release her into the world when they take her out of me, and then where would we be?
That's true. You didn't ask, though, so we don't know.
I don't want to know what the plan is, in case she hears. That way, I can always go through with it later. It's an option, but not one I have to take right now.
That's true. But when you decided...
If I decide.
Fine. If you decide to go through with it, don't worry about me. I won't be disappointed or angry. I want you to be happy. If this makes you happy right now, then it makes me happy too.
Relief washes over me. I didn't expect it to be easy, but I'm glad I won't have to fight my mom on this too. Fighting with Sam was hard enough. Then it's settled. You're staying. Forever. She makes a happy little hum in agreement, and I relish the contentment I get from her voice. Now, come on. We've got some work to do, now that Sam is gone.
Do you think she'll come back?
Probably. I mean, she can always go to Roz's and stay, but I think once she has some time to accept it, she'll be back. She loves working here. It's not like anyone is in her head. She'll be fine. Eventually. I'm sweeping away the end of the day when I hear the door open, the bells jingling softly. Welcome to Which Way Between the Lines. We're about to close, but I can... Oh. Sam stands timidly in front of the door, worrying away at a fingernail as she takes me in. I lean on the broom and tilt my head at her. Did you decide to accept my decision?
I will accept it if that's what you want to do, but I still want to talk about it more.
Did Roz give you some pointers for trying to change my mind? Sam shakes her head.
No, I didn't talk to her about what you said. That's your explanation, so you can be the one to tell her. I figured if I couldn't change your mind, she would come to talk to you anyway.
I roll my eyes to the ceiling. That will not be a fun conversation either, but at least Sam seems calmer now. Maybe she will eventually come to see my side of things. I'd love to see Roz try to convince me to give up my mother. A pained expression crosses Sam's face, and for a moment I feel bad. She was right before, how she knows what it's like to lose your mother. But she doesn't know what it's like to get her back after you've lost her. That's the difference. I decide to change the subject. So, what have you been doing all day? Apartment shopping? I close the distance between us, leaning the broom against the front counter.
No, I've been thinking.
That takes all day. Sam huffs at my jab, but doesn't engage in our usual banter, which tells me more about how she's feeling than her words could.
No, I've been writing to my mom, trying to see your side of things. I do that sometimes. I write her letters, telling her about my life, asking her for advice. I know she can't respond. Not like your mom can. But it has helped me feel better to have that outlet. It makes me feel closer to her. Like she can at least hear me. I know she hears me. I know she's proud of me.
My heart cracks at that. I know how she feels. I tried, once upon a time, to do something to form that kind of connection with my mom after she was taken from me. I talked out loud to her, wrote letters, obsessed over everything she's ever written down or owned. None of it helped. Not like this has helped.
I also did some tarot readings for my mom and for me and for you.
You don't have to do that. I know what I'm doing. I don't need the cards to tell me what's going on.
I know, it was mostly for me. I wanted to really understand what you're doing. I wanted to know what the cards would say because I thought if they told me everything would be okay, it actually could. But, Jade, that's not what they said.
The cards aren't always right, Sam. You know that. They only show one possible outcome. Things could end up different than they predict. Nothing is set in stone. Sam reaches into her back pocket and pulls out her deck of cards. I see a flash of green on her wrist before she pulls her sleeve back down. Taking the top card off of the deck, she drops it on the counter, not bothering to look at it. 2 of Cups? This is your scary reading? I thought I taught you better than that. The 2 of Cups is about connection, partnership. If anything, it means I'm doing the right thing, staying connected to my mom through the buried mother.
It was reversed.
What?
The card was reversed. Every time I pulled it, it was reversed. Not unity and partnership, but imbalance, poor communication. I think you're being lied to. And you're falling for it because you are desperate to have your mother back.
I am not desperate. I have thought this through, and your interpretation of my life and my choices is not going to change my mind. You want to see certain answers, Sam, and so you're going to. I'm not going to go along with this foolish plan just because you want it. Sam drops another card onto the counter, eyes still trained on me. I want to hold her gaze, but the temptation to see what card she drew this time is overwhelming. The Tower. The Tower just indicates change. Accepting the presence of an eternal entity into my mind is kind of a big change, don't you think? Sam shakes her head as she watches me.
That's not all it means, and you know it. The Tower means disaster. It means the very foundation you've built is cracking, and your world is going to come tumbling down. You've pulled this card for people who are destined for pain, for untimely death, for awful, awful things. Why won't you believe that this means something terrible for the path you're on?
Maybe it means something terrible will happen if I don't stay on my path. The cards aren't always clear, Sam, especially when pulled by a novice.
I think I've been around you and your readings long enough to recognize disaster when it's on its way.
A disaster to one person could be a blessing to another. Don't you think your personal feelings are coloring your reading a bit? Instead of responding, Sam flings another card onto the small pile that has already formed.
The 10 of Swords. Failure, defeat, a tragic end. How am I misinterpreting that, Am I supposed to assume that your death is for the greater good? That you dying will end all of this forever, keep everyone safe, and lock up the buried mother forever? That's not how the cards work, Jade. You and I both know that.
I stare at the card, unable to speak. I know Sam means well, but she's not listening. She doesn't understand what's happening, that I need my mother to stay with me more than I need positive and encouraging cards to show up in my readings. I will take the 10 of Swords in every reading of myself if it means that I can keep her with me. I take a deep breath and square my shoulders, trying to be gentle with Sam one last time. I know you're trying to help, Sam, but I'm the only one in charge of this decision. You are not going to convince me to give up my mother, not with all of the tarot readings, palmistry, or whatever other magical resource you've been interested in lately. You have no voice here, and you need to accept that. If you can't, then I'm going to have to ask you to turn in your keys. Sam nods, coming to a decision of her own. She looks around the store, taking it all in, letting the silence between us grow, before she finally speaks.
Okay, I accept your decision. I will stay by your side, even if it means watching her destroy you slowly.
A hot wave of relief rolls through my body, releasing the tension in my shoulders and the tightness in my chest. Finally, we can stop this petty fight. Thank you. I appreciate you realizing that this is about me, not you. If I decide I want to go through with the removal, I will let you know. I promise. I try to smile, but my face feels tight and awkward. Sam nods, lips tight, before turning towards her room.
I'm going to go to bed, if that's okay. It's been a long day, and I have a headache.
Of course. I'm just going to finish sweeping up, and then I'll head upstairs. I grab the broom again as Sam moves away from me, her shoulders hunched in defeat. I finish sweeping my little pile of tracked-in dirt into the dustpan and knock it all into the trash.
She'll understand eventually, Jade. She's partway there already. You just need to give her time to realize that this isn't the bad thing she thought it was. It might actually be helpful having me around as a resource. There's a lot of knowledge I could pass along.
I know. I'm excited for that, for her and for me. I just wish she could get on board a little bit quicker. I don't know how else to make her understand how I'm feeling. I need this. I need you here with me. Forever.
She will, Jade. Just give her time.
I nod. I can give her time. That's all I'm asking from her, right? A little more time with my mother? As I'm putting the broom away, I hear the door to Sam's room open up again. I paste on a cheerful look, hoping that she doesn't have another point to argue in this same conversation. Something hits me, so hard and fast that it takes out my shields, and the world starts to turn before I can warn Sam that something is attacking us. I watch the straight line of the broom wobble like it's made of rubber until the edges of my vision start to sparkle with darkness. I feel my energy pouring out of me, hot and fast, but I can't seem to get a grip on it long enough to stop the drain. Weakness crawls up my body until my knees buckle. I try to grab onto the broom, the shelves, anything, but my hands won't grab, won't listen, won't do anything. My knees hit the hardwood floors with a jolt, and I take half of the cleaning supplies down with me. What?
I'm sorry, Jade. It's the only way. We have to get her out.
This episode of It's All in the Cards was written by Morgan Valko, featuring the voice talents of Abbey Konzen, Nichole Goodnight, and Sarah Thomas. Theme music by The Arsonist. Produced by Scott Thomas. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you can subscribe and get exclusive bonus content, early access, and merch discounts. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at It's All in the Cards Podcast. Thanks for listening.